let's get a reader on the theme. Set to drive markets this week. Peter McGuire from XM joins us now live via Skype. Peter, great to have you on the program this Monday morning. Look, we had a chat on Friday. We talked about that volatility. Are you strapping yourself in for another big week?
Yeah, I've got the seatbelt buckled, Kara. We're sitting at around about, what's been interesting, we said last week that gold would probably take a 1900 handle out. We're only short by $7. It hit 1893. So I feel as though that there's possibly, you're going to see further updraft for that choppiness as far as US dollar, Kara. That will remain over the next matter of days. I think that there's a bit to work through. Not a great degree of market data coming out this week, but I think it's going to be choppy, and that's not a bad time to trade.
Yeah, for that very reason then, Pete, because there's that lack of data, so investors looking a bit clueless at the moment, perhaps.
I think so, Andrew. I think we don't, as far as a clear direction, it's been a big push down as far as US dollar. The currencies have been very, very strongly bid up from euro, British pound and yen. Aussie's been a bit flat, still can't get through that 78 handle, but it may happen over the next, may happen this week. I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the month. And then the next part, of course, is where do we go as, that Fed talks. We've got some minutes coming out and all of those sort of things wrapped up as far as tapering. Inflation always is the backdrop. And, have a look at energy. Energy's been tremendous as far as a trade, Andrew. Hit down solidly to the downside. Big moves, $3 and $4 plays for traders over a matter of days. Mirror image what happened about a week and a half ago. So it just shows, the technical guys, if you're looking at your screens, and a lot of ladies trade, look at your screens, look at the charts, and there's dollars to be made very easily.
And Pete, given that energy backdrop, the commodities backdrop, you just spoke about gold, what sectors would you be looking at the ASX 200 this week? I mean, it looked pretty volatile last week. We saw a bit of a pull-off. Yeah. What are you watching?
Well, when you're looking at that, Kara, there's no clear green lights coming out of Saturday morning. The Dow's up 0.36, S&P really flat, Nasdaq was down nearly 0.5%. So I want to see how we open today. I want to see across that Asia region. It'd be better to talk to me at about 3 o'clock today. I just want to, get a hum where the market's preparing itself. Do we stay above 7,000? Are we at 7,060 at the end of the day? There's dollars to be made. You've just got to identify and have all of your indicators on and, looking at screens and be prepared to, put a little bit of horsepower to your decision.
And Pete, you were mentioning gold there at the outset, the support there. I know you've also been taking a look at silver. What are you seeing there at the moment?
Well, Andrew, I think that it's got probably better upside in a ratio play to gold. I think that will happen over the next month or two. There's probably the best part of $1 or $2 to be put on there. It's had a nice run up, but I think there's more upside. And I really feel that gold's going to shine, pardon the pun, over the next matter of months, if, leading up to the end of the year. That Bitcoin was incredibly volatile over the weekend, and that's really there to haunt a lot of traders if they're in the crypto space. If they're long, they should be really watching screens and being conscious that it's a 24-hour market. So, which I'm sure they should be. So I really think that, that fear side, inflation, silver bid up, gold bid up, and good place to be over the next matter of 6 or 7 months leading us into Christmas.
All right, what's the trade of the week, Pete? I can see in some of your notes, you're looking at dollar CAD. Is this the one for you?
Yeah, dollar CAD's pretty good. It's not a bad one. I think there's potential for a bit of a few dollars to be made there, Kara. I still think that you might see $1 or $2 added to crude. So that's not a bad one either. As the week progresses, by Wednesday, I wouldn't be surprised to see Brent back at 67.50. May see WTI nudging closer to 65. But it's going to be volatile. There's going to be times where it's up and times where it's down. So it depends naturally on what time of the day you're trading and what market you're trading. And nothing goes up in a straight line or down in a straight line.
Yeah, it depends on what time of the day. You're right, particularly if you're in a crypto, you've got to be awake all night.
Well, you do, Andrew, or close positions. I think, it's very, very dangerous to not, to leave positions open and just, a bit blasé. If you're going to trade markets, be conscious of them and really have your stops. And that doesn't mean just for a little lesson, just because you've got a stop in, and Kara knows this better than anyone, doesn't mean you get hit. it can smash straight through it, and you've got what they call slippage, and no, you're still got an open position. So you've got to be very conscious how you're trading, how you set trades up, and at these volatile times, a bit of good health mentally and physically to really take on board that challenge, because it's a fairly volatile thing to do for a living.
Pete, always great to check in with you. It's a great day out there. Get down to the beach, get ready for your trading day, and we'll chat to you soon.
Hey, well, the dolphins on that, we've got the whales swimming past. They're about to start migrating north, Kara, so I'll wave to them for you.
Perfect.
Gee, it's a hard life you got there in the office, haven't you, Pete? All right, enjoy the week.
Hard, Andrew. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers.